Alrighty, I am live. Haven't been live in a while. Good God, my hair. My wife said she's cutting it tonight, so beautiful hair. So now you know if when the videos go up this weekend, which let you know, there's two videos going up Saturday and Sunday, already scheduled, so they're coming up no matter what. Saturday got videos going up Saturday and Sunday. They are the music reviews. Stay tuned for that. Alpha Music, I believe, goes up on episode 1, which I thought I already uploaded it, but I didn't. So I think I was talking about it in another vlog. People were probably like, "What the hell is this guy talking about?" And also 5 songs you should hear. Number 4 with the return. Little drop on Saturday. So Alpha Music episode 1 on Sunday, which is really cool. You'll find out what that is. Check that out if you're interested. And 5 songs you should hear. Of course, it's 5 songs I pick randomly. Series. You want to check out that? There you go. I haven't really worked on. This is going to be more of a wrestling thing, but kind of a little update thing here at the beginning before anybody comes in. So people probably going to see it unless people that really want to watch me. But I will go and I will get. Let me go and do that now while I talk. But what was I going to talk about? I totally forgot what I was going to talk about. Let me go to this. Let me pull up another tab. This is a wrestling thing. I will be talking about wrestling here in a bit. Probably going to stay on it for a little bit, probably at least a half an hour, I would assume. Good opportunity for people, maybe some people to come through. The thing about me is I know I don't have a lot of viewers, so I'm probably going to get random people stopping by. In here in a second. So I'm going to pause it. Is this going on? Or am I just muted? There we go. Yeah, that's actually pretty close behind. Well, let's mute me. Okay. That's weird. Okay, well, let's get this chat here up. All right. Let me move this over just a little bit so I can see then to let people know when they come in that I am seeing their stuff. I know it was a couple times ago, and see it says 1 viewer, but see, I don't know if it's me or if it's somebody else. When I'm doing this, realize if you don't say anything in the chat, I'm not going to talk to you. Anyways, yeah, a lot of stuff going on with the channel. A schedule's pretty much going to happen. Schedule down pretty much, I believe, Monday through, and I'll probably talk about this in the vlog, but real briefly, Monday through Wednesday. Wait, yeah, Monday through Wednesday is basically review this movie reviews. The schedule is going to be basically whatever I get. I'm trying to do at least 1 movie review a week. Get to that, you'll probably just get 3 review this is right in a row. Also, you'll probably get some random vlogs thrown in there. I'm assuming there might be like a vlog and review this on the same days. Every once in a while, be aware it's going to be cool because review this is not going to be really that long, like maybe a 10-minute video. Vlogs probably just me talk. If I have something to talk about, I'll talk about it. I think I want to kind of start doing like something on current events. If something's going on, like local stuff, and I don't think you guys care to know about local stuff. The hell was that? Anyways, but it was holy crap. There's been a lot going on wrestling. So this week I really didn't get a chance to watch wrestling as it happened. So I can't really tell you what happened on SmackDown. I didn't really watch SmackDown. I know what happened. I know who advanced to the Survivor Series team. I don't know what all happened on SmackDown. I heard from a friend. He told me what happened was the the big things that happened. And I'm probably just gonna kind of watch. I always watch Steven Larson going in Raw. Can't tell you enough. If you watch pro wrestling, you should definitely subscribe to Steven Larson. They're one of the most positive podcasts out there for pro wrestling, and they don't disrespect the WWE every single week like some people do. I talked about this before. I'm just not a fan of those kind of people. That used to be all I watched, and I just tuned out the negativity really and just waited for their opinions and whatever. But then again, the negativity just kind of outshines everything. So I just had to stop watching them. People that I really, really enjoy watching, I just can't watch them anymore because they're just way too negative. So, you got to understand that it's pro wrestling and you don't like. I understand that. And if you want to voice your opinion, buy a ticket to a show, your opinion, and cheer, boo, however you would like. Or don't buy the product. If you want it to change, don't buy the product. But as wrestling fans, I understand we can't do that. We're addicted to wrestling. Once you get the wrestling bug, it's really, really hard to get rid of it because once you're in, you kind of get addicted to it. I think the thing is with my son too is like that bug is slowly seeped in, and it's probably about the same age I started to get the bug. And I'm really excited because he's got a small wrestling bug right now where he understands a little bit, and I'm trying to kind of teach him, like I want him to know, like, hey, sports entertainment, it's these guys like each other, they're friends backstage, they go on, and it's basically like I tell him putting on a show, and I tell him about that. So I'm kind of glad that he knows that, and I'm kind of showing him that already, and it's kind of cool. I don't know if he fully understands that, the local show, and he enjoys that way more than watching. So I honestly think he would enjoy Ring of Honor a lot more maybe than WWE. But then again, the entertainment aspect, a lot of it, and that they do. So I don't know. He kind of like New Japan for like the crazy moves because I was there was some matches I think with Okada and Omega wrestling. Somebody was wrestling, and I was telling him about them. One time, and he knows who Cody is because he used to like Stardust. He used to like Stardust a lot, but he kind of didn't even really follow wrestling until I got him more into it. But yeah, I just can't wait till he gets more into it. But let's talk about wrestling from now on. I got this shirt, which I had for a little bit now. But anyways, wrestling this week was pretty good. Last week was kind of a blah. It kind of just took me out of it. It wasn't that great last week. It was okay. Invasion. I think it was kind of stupid in a way. It was interesting. It was kind of cool, but in a way, it's like you ended the show like that. It's like I understand they did things like this before, and I kind of hope they don't do the same thing as last year when I think Raw invaded on like the week before the go home show to SmackDown to Survivor Series. That's when Raw attacked last year. So I'm hoping they do it either this week or next week. 4 weeks in last week. So they would either have to do it this week or next week to not copy last year. But they probably will just to give us something, to get excited about. They'll probably think Raw's not going to attack, and then they'll attack the week before. But anyways, a lot of returns happened. Nia Jax's return. Actually, the first return we seen was Bo Dallas. He was backstage. I didn't watch the entire Raw. Returns first before I get negative and talk about stuff that just made me go, what? No. But Bo Dallas return, that was cool. Then we got Nia Jax return, and then real shortly, like not before Nia Jax even got the rim, Joe return, which I was huge. I'm excited for that. Joe's back. Excited for that. And I guess at the end of Raw, we got Braun Strowman. That was pretty cool. I'm okay with it. Alexa Bliss. They need to stop giving her random stupid promos backstage. A lot of times she does okay, but last night it was like the writers were trying way too hard. What they were trying to do, like she was saying some like weird stuff backstage. I'm telling you, I turn this camera on, and it does not matter if I've had like 20 hours of sleep. I will start yawning. My eye is like itching right now for some reason. Anyways, Raw just, and this is the thing that made me turn off the television is Alexa was doing that promo backstage or talking to Kurt and stuff. And he says, you keep on ducking and bad mouthing Mickey James. Tonight, she's going to get a rematch against you from TLC, and you guys are going to fight for the championship. And I'm like, really? In the main event? And I'm like, okay, first, main event material. Sasha and Charlotte in the main event. You could put Bayley and Charlotte. You could put Charlotte and freaking Alexa in the main event. That's fine. But when you put Alexa in there with somebody else who's not main event potential, which Alexa, she's there now. But wrestling wise, I think she's not a bad wrestler. You just got to put the right person in with her. When it comes down to putting Mickey James in the main event, I don't care if she's a legend. This is what people don't seem to realize, and WWE don't seem to realize. Mickey James, great. She's awesome. Her wrestling skills, she's okay. I don't think she's that good. She's okay. Even though she went to TNA and she had a decent run in TNA, I've never liked her wrestling. I don't think it appeals to me. She's that last remnant of the last generation of wrestlers. And she's saying, like, oh, well, I started a wrestling revolution. Dude, there was nobody there to fight you. You were the only resort. The wrestler that could have wrestled her back then. No one. Like, I don't think anybody, could wrestle back then. Victoria that could wrestle back then. And even people who say Trish Stratus was, like, a good wrestler, a decent wrestler, she was pretty good. She got better as she went along, but I still don't think Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus is really like along the lines of Alexa Bliss kind of a thing, where her character is so over. Her character work and things like that. I don't think she was that great of a worker. She's okay. Greatest, like some people think she is. Victoria was really good. I like Victoria. She's actually a good wrestler. But when you try to put Mickey James in there with Alexa, I was just like, really? And I saw that when I was watching it. I didn't even get halfway through. And then I seen what the rest of the matches were for the rest of the night. It's Kane, and I'm like, win that one. And then the other one was, it was something else, some other stupid match. I'm like, I don't need to watch this. All right, this is dumb. It's super dumb. Who the heck was it? Something dumb. I don't even remember. It was something else. Might have been. I can't remember. They said some other match, and I'm just like, no, I'm good. Those are 3 matches that I don't really care to see. Between Elias, sorry, I didn't get to see this week. I like Elias. He's one of the most entertaining things about watch it for Cody Rhodes as well, because I like Cody Rhodes. He's not there anymore. So it's like, I don't understand. Neville used to be a positive thing. I don't even care about 205 Live right now until they get Kalisto. Why are you on 205 Live? This is the thing. I don't mind Kalisto being on 205 Live. That's not the problem. The problem is he's contending for the Cruiserweight Championship. That's the problem. He hasn't even sniffed a championship since surprisingly winning the U.S. Championship. Did he win the U.S. Championship to begin with? That's my question. But that was the only time he sniffed the singles championship in WWE. And then he just immediately lost it back to Del Rio. Lost it to somebody else, I believe. Didn't make no sense. Not a huge fan of Kalisto. I really think that they need to get where he belongs. And this is the thing, unless they get like a tag team belt on 205 Live, which I don't know what his weight is, but I honestly just think he should go on SmackDown and let them be the jobber team, Sin Cara and Kalisto. Let them be the Lucha Dragons. Let them be the jobber tag team. Let them get the cool entrances every once in a while. And, hell, they could do that entrance during commercial and let the live crowd get hyped about it or whatever. Make a job. Let the Ascension rise above a little more, or said they were all be the jobber tag team over there. More with the Ascension. I'm kind of sad that the Ascension kind of left. They were left to where they are right now. It's kind of sad. But as far as what's going on lately, it's just Survivor Series is here. It's all like Raw versus SmackDown. So there's not a whole lot of stories going on. So cluster, and I think until this is over, I'm not going to watch Raw and SmackDown really too much, to be quite honest. It's going to be, it seems like it's going to kind of be like, I mean, they're kind of progressing stories a little bit. You got Elias and, Jason Jordan continuing their with me. And I watched Steven Larson's thing, and they said, like, what's that going to do for Jason Jordan? And in my eyes, yeah, it'll do something for Jason Jordan. Need to get people in the feuds. That's the problem. With both were on SmackDown and 205 Live, and 205 Live does a pretty good job at it. Does a pretty good job at it. They had numerous feuds going on at the same time, and I think that's what made Attitude Era so popular, because basically almost every person, mostly, minus a few people, they'd be in random matches, but in the Attitude Era, like almost everybody was in a feud with somebody. Right to Censor was in a feud with, some other trio. So then you have, Gangrel was in a feud with, Al Snow or something like that. Like they'd have random feuds that maybe they wouldn't be on TV every week, but every other week they would be there. That's what they would do. And then SmackDown, they used to have really, really good, and they used to have storylines too. So that's what they just need to do. Like even a guy like Finn Balor, put him in a feud with somebody that could work. I like the whole him and Bray thing going on. Off where every other week should be the other one wrestling, or they both wrestle and have merge a couple other people into their storyline. And I think if they want to continue to do something with it, I don't know if Bray was on. I don't think he was on. But if they want to do something, if they want to continue that, which honestly I think they should. I think they should continue to push this feud. People try and build on this feud and try to get it a little red hot. That's what I think they should do. But in order to do that, I think maybe you bring in a guy. I honestly, this is honestly what I would do, to be perfectly honest. You push this feud and you have them continue this feud on Raw. Survivor Series happens and you have, maybe Finn makes it to the Raw team, comes down and brings Aleister Black with him. This is just how I would book it, fantasy booking a little bit. But I would have him bring, Aleister Black or Lars Sullivan or somebody like that, come down, interject them into the match, have them face off against Finn Balor. Maybe Lars Sullivan. I honestly think Lars Sullivan is going to be, and I talked about this in a video. Go check it out, though, because it's really cool. Talk about Lars Sullivan and David Tommy. But another way that you could do it, like I said, bring him in. Balor, if you're not going to do it the other way I talked about, bring him in as Bray Wyatt's kind of new Braun Strowman. Start off with a feud with Finn Balor, cost him his elimination in the Survivor Series, and then you're off and running with Lars Sullivan injected into the storyline with Bray Wyatt. Now, who do you put with Finn to kind of counteract him? Braun Strowman. You put Braun Strowman in there fight against Lars, or maybe you put a returning Big Show to help feud with it, and you do something with the Big Show, because Big Show needs something to do as well. And kind of Finn would have somebody to be with him in there and kind of get the rub from Big Show to get this feud a little bit more hotter. I don't know who else you would put in there to kind of get him over. I can't really think of anybody right now that's not like a cruiserweight or somebody like that. You don't want to put like Goldust or R-Truth, which I kind of wonder if they're on their way out, because they're not using Goldust or R-Truth. I don't know if they're doing something behind the scenes, but I honestly think R-Truth and Goldust are probably on their way out the door, because they're not being used, and they're never on TV, hardly at all. Like every once in a while they'll trot them out there. and have a match. I kind of think they're kind of like backup people who to have wrestle somebody. Or it's like, okay, we'll get R-Truth or something, or get Golding. R-Truth hasn't wrestled him. I don't know when. I think he wrestled actually against somebody on. Somebody said he wrestled somebody on Main Event like a couple weeks ago. I don't watch Main Event. I like never watched Main Event like lately. I think I started to watch it one week and I stopped. I didn't watch it. But yeah, I would do something like that. If they're going to inject, put somebody with Finn. Maybe even a guy like you had this to be somebody kind of that people would mark out for, like to be with Finn and to kind of get the feud red hot. A guy like Heath Slater or something. I think that. I mean, eventually, I think Rhino's going to leave because he's getting up there, and I don't know how long Rhino's going to stick around. I could see Heath being interjected into this, maybe Rhino, even maybe both of them, and then Bray brings somebody else into the thing to be on his side. Maybe a guy like Elias or something teams up with them, have history, so you kind of merge that little feud. Jason Jordan supposedly, just have him kind of being off a little bit and for a while, have him be injured and then have him come back after a while. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of some ideas. I just think they need to have more storylines is the problem. Oh. GWF, Global for GFW. There we go, GFW. And see, I said GFW a second ago when I was writing tags in the thing, and I'm like, is that right? There's a GWF. I'm like, no, GWF is Global Wrestling Federation. That's not it. There you go, which is not GFW anymore. Now it's Impact Wrestling. So I'm confused. I don't know what they're going to call it. If they're going to actually come up with a name or they're just going to call it Impact Wrestling. Put something and call it something. Just figure it out. They need to clean their product up. It's getting crazy. Anyway, because of this, they are seeming to be getting their program up and going together, so to speak. And I think they're beginning to shape into something good. And I am excited to see where it's going to lead me. I'm kind of disappointed that they now announced that like they come like streaming you can do on Dish, something like that, and you can get Pop TV on there and stream it. In this day and age, this is honestly this is what I would do. TNA was known for their weekly shows. They were known for, and they were known for that. I would honestly go back to that. I would honestly go back to that. Maybe not. Well, yeah, that's what I would do. I mean, even if it was taped, it would still be okay. Tape 2 shows. Even if you did an hour show and you're like, okay, it's $2.99 to watch on whatever. I think the show was like $10. Was it $10 or $8? It was something like that. It was pretty reasonable, and it was like a 2-hour show. And I remember that because I know I got it when I was with my mom, and I think I would give her the first time we got it. She said, "Okay, I'll pay for it." Oh, I don't have the money for it. I'm like, "Well, here's the money. Here's $10. Here, put it towards the bill because I want to watch it really bad." And I did that. So then every time that show came on, I would just pay her the money and I'd watch it. One time, I think I got to see it twice. That we actually ordered it. I just bought some DVDs off this one guy and got some old episodes. Dude, it was so awesome. Like why did they stop doing it? Like that's the thing. Even if they went to a paid model, a streaming device, they came up with their own streaming thing, which they should do anyway and make money. This is the thing. They have all this entire tape library. TNA. And yeah, TNA days. They have so many great matches in their library right now. They could build something like the WWE Network and have something where they have 10 years of footage they can put up and have people wanting to see a lot of matches, like Abyss matches, Raven. I would love to see a bunch of Raven matches. You could see CM Punk there when he was a part of this. I don't know what thing he was in, some kind of tag team with Raven. It was a group faction. Him and somebody else was a tag team. Can't remember who. I don't think he went on to do anything. But yeah. yeah, there's so many crazy moments in TNA. Skipper just I think Triple X is what it's called. Skipper and Christopher Daniels was Triple X, I believe. And so awesome. Beer money, that was, and then you had Team Canada, had a lot of cool stuff going on back in the day. A lot of like cameos from older wrestlers and stuff showing up. I mean, that's just pretty cool. You got Toby Keith showing up and everything like that. I just think they need to get ahead of the curve. Even if it's something like a janky app, like I heard New Japan's app that's kind of janky. Even if they get something like that, or get on Fight TV or something with Ring of Honor, something like that. But they need, with how much content they got, they need to create their own app. To be quite honest, and start doing that, and then they can honestly stream, record stuff, and have it go up like scheduled stuff go up, and that would be the easiest, I think, thing for them. I mean, to think about this, if they want to schedule stuff and shoot things, like a month at a time, that'd be fine, because they could schedule it to go up at a certain time on their app thing that they would create, and then you could see, and then they could upload it all and then just be done for the rest of the month. They'd be good, and have polls on the app, things you could do, maybe some simple little games they could put on there, just stupid stuff like that. And I think merchandise, old DVDs they can buy, old shirts and stuff that. I don't know if they liquidated anything to try and get money back in the day. Dixie Carter, you never know what she did. I don't know what she did. And I'm sure Dixie Carter owns like footage to stuff, and I'm sure she would like to make a little bit of money too, unless she was by Anthem. But I think she still owns a bit of the company. I think that's what she wanted to do. She still wanted to own a little bit of the company. As far as, I think I got like spitters. Anyway, but yeah, it's just like I want to see a lot of wrestling, and it's crazy. There's not really another wrestling promotion I can watch on TV except for New Japan, which they're kind of with their scheduling, and I can't really schedule because it just records anything and everything New Japan when I go to record it. And I don't think they don't really separate them on Access TV. They just put them all together, and they don't say new episode on my DVR or on cable. So, yeah, I mean, whole other topic, but I think a la carte would be so great right now. I wish there was an a la carte thing with wrestling, and that's cool about the WWE Network, is that you can, and I think eventually, like I said, like I'm thinking in the future, WWE is going to get tired of dealing with USA. But they do get a lot of revenue from advertising, so that's probably why they'll continue to do a TV show until cable completely dies out, which I think in 10 years, there's going to be a major struggle going on with cable. But I mean, I talked about that before in another video. What happens with that? Stephanie McMahon returned. That was kind of cool. See her again. Lordy, she looks pretty nice. My wife made a comment, thought something was going to jump out of her blouse, but or something like that. And then she said something like, "Oh, she must have had some work done." I'm like, "She had some work done a long time ago." That was a long time ago, though. I remember Jericho bad mouthing her. I did watch some Talk as Jericho things. I watched most of Cody Rhodes' interview he had with Jericho. I don't know when this was. It was kind of recent because he's the world champion in Ring of Honor still, I believe. So he talked to him a little bit about why he left and all that. It's basically, I've already heard why he left, though, so it didn't really change anything. Basically, he's trying to do something different, and creative just wasn't seeing it. I just think, and I'll say this a billion times, making the head writers of the show non-wrestlers. I mean, straight up, non-wrestlers. That, or unless they prove themselves that they can be a great writer, that can say that, because nothing has been that epic, that lately. The only things that I've seen well written is the Braun and Brock stuff, the Joe and Brock stuff about them, whatever storyline came up between them to make it look good. I give them all the prop in the world because they did a good job with that. After that, should be amended. Should be applauded for what they did for those storylines because it was really, really good. As far as, because I do think some of the wrestlers should be bookers. They should really help, or at least not even if they're involved in the writing process, but kind of like nay or to certain things. Like if somebody says, "Hey, I want Dolph Ziggler to wear a dress this week and come out and act like Miss Elizabeth," that the head writer, who was a wrestler, would say, "Why in the blue hell?" And have to put logic behind it. And if he can't justify why he should do that, or would veto it and say, "No, that's stupid. That doesn't make any sense. You're just going to make a joke of the company. We can't do that." Don't have them go out there and do stupid stuff for no reason. A certain person win or lose that shouldn't be doing it. Oh God, I hope that didn't come on the camera. Let one rip. Anyways, hey, it's like way into the video. If you made it that far, I let one loose. Anyway. Got Coke. They had these on sale this week, so I went and got this instead of the good old Walmart cola that I usually get. Anyways, I don't know what else to say really about wrestling, so I'm probably just gonna end it here. But kind of laid back this week. Halloween was this week, so it's kind of like on a work day and deal with that. It was fun though. It was fun. Afterwards, we went to Chinese, kind of starting a tradition. We could go trick or treat. My son only lasted like an hour. So, like I said, didn't really get a chance. That was a Tuesday. So I had to go to bed pretty decent. Well, I stayed up to normal time, but I can't go to bed at a decent time. 11. But anyways, yeah, so I kind of didn't get to watch wrestling. I didn't feel like watching wrestling that day. So I kind of, like I said, I got behind really quick on wrestling. Now I'm probably just going to delete it. Call it quits for this week for the wrestling thing. I may watch NXT at some point. I don't know. We'll see. I want to start watching NXT again. Watching everything. I will never do reviews though. That's the thing. I don't think I like reviews. Doing like plain reviews, telling you what happened, point things out, and then making my comments about them if I had any. If I don't have any, then I'm probably not going to talk about certain things. So, with that being said, hopefully the quality is pretty good with the laptop. I'm going to start doing videos on the laptop again as well. The phone did something weird where I recorded a video and it said it was a duplicate. I don't know why. I checked to see which one, and it said it was like the one I said about to my mind or something like that. Something in my mind. I can't remember what the name of the video is. And the title didn't even match the video, but it said it was a duplicate upload. I don't know what was going on. But it was like understanding something. And I was basically just talking about wrestling, coming back to this channel and stuff like that, and how I'm, not going to separate things anymore, and I talked about that. The only thing that like I talked about in there is basically, I'm kind of repeating myself a little bit. Music stuff. It may kind of pop up on this channel every once in a while, but really it's not going to be on here because one, I haven't been recording much anyway. But when I do, you may get like a video. Also throw it up on my Tragick music page, so that it kind of just stays in one spot. So if I want somebody to check out my music, I'm going to say, "Hey, type up this, you'll get my music," instead of saying, "Hey, you can sift through all my videos." Be pretty crappy. And I do have some videos on this channel that you can go back and find, but to begin, like I don't even know if I made a playlist for it. I don't think I did. I think it's just in randomly, like just as an upload somewhere. Probably if you watch enough of my videos, they'll probably pop up on my older ones. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know certain topics you want me to talk about. As I swallow my face. Yeah, anything you want me to talk about, that's cool. I got kind of a schedule down now, so it's going to be pretty neat. I think this week is going to be the first time I'm going to try and abide by it. Thursday and Friday are going to probably be my wrestling days, so that'll be neat. I'm doing a wrestling video right now. This is the wrestling video for Thursday, so there you go. And I think it's good I put them at the end of the week because, one, it'll give me a chance to watch all the wrestling if I do want to watch wrestling that week. Plus, any of the pay-per-views that happen or anything like that, I can, possibly review them, get them recorded a week to do it, and also on my days off, I can get them scheduled possibly to go up on Thursday and Friday if I do it on here. That'll be interesting. So I can do that. That helps me, and plus the music stuff will go up on Saturday and Sunday, so that'll work out really well. And then, like I said, Monday through Wednesday will be kind of like a day, but for the most part, I'll be review this and reactions and stuff like that. I think review this. I'm probably going to take a back seat for a little bit and stop doing them. But I think some people do like them. But I think it's just going to be a select thing, or maybe like extra videos that I put up when I do them. Probably not going to do every once in a while. But I do have quite a bit. So I may be doing some extra videos this coming week, and review this may just kind of be the extra videos. But right now, my plans are review this, and movie reviews are going to be Monday through Wednesday, unless I have something else to talk about, which may just override the movie reviews or review this. And like you guys have noticed before, if you watch the channel, movie sometimes I skip 2 weeks without even watching a movie. Lately, I've watched some movies because I've just been into watching. I've been wanting to watch movies. And I have some DVDs over here I need to watch. I still got Howard the Duck to watch. I got to rewatch Underworld. I got to watch, oh my God. And then we had these channels that we got, Stars channels. A while back ago, the shark movie, whatever the one I reviewed. I can't remember the name of it. It's been like 2 weeks. I forgot. Shallows. There we go. That's it. The Shallows. I watched that. That was a really good movie. And then last night they were having like some kind of, oh crap. It's something I hadn't seen before. And I'm just like, no. And it was on there. And I wanted to watch it. And I can't remember which one it was. It was something I was going to watch. And I seen it was already started. And I'm like, man. It's like so many good movies on those channels, on the Stars channels. And it's hard to record because, like deleting stuff on our DVR. I gotta start recording movies on TV because Stars channels are actually like, they're not censored, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, I don't have anything else to say. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe, all that good jazz, and keep rocking.